Hola! Today I'm going to take a look at issue number 45, the December 1985 issue of Sinclair User. Always preferred Crash and Your Sinclair, but used to get Sinclair User as well. Anyway, let's have a look at it. Spitting image puppet of Sir Clive Sinclair on the front. What's that? I guess he's been invited to the Gremlin Xmas Bash. Right, okay. Dunno. Right, so let's go and have a look through, see what's in this. Feel free to comment at any time about any of the things that you see, any of the games that we end up happening across in this issue, just to make sure, see how it sort of piques your memory, etc. Article there about the 128K, which was the Spectrum 128, the Toast Rack, which was originally released in Spain, and looks like they were holding fire on releasing it in Britain until all the stocks of the Spectrum Plus were sold out. There's something there about the C5. I'd love one of those. I really would love one of those. Have you ever had a go on a Sinclair C5? I haven't. I think it would be fantastic to get squished. Advert for a Commodore Plus 4. Obviously couldn't get rid of them. Half price, and you got all that lot chucked in with it. Surf Champs. Do anyone remember that game, Surf Champs, or the Surf Champ game that had that strange kind of keyboard overlay? Let us know if you remember that one, if you ever owned it or played it, if you still got it. Various full-page adverts. Now, I didn't mind Sinclair User that much, but it always seemed to be a little bit less humorous than Your Sinclair and Crash, because I don't know, I still used to get it, still used to sort of like look at the reviews, etc. There's a letter from Mr. Bowler from Hyde in Cheshire. Do your reviewers play the games for just a day? Geezer appears to be slagging off Way of the Exploding Fist. Yeah, he's got a point. It's a little bit easy, that once you've worked it out. Pokes and high scores. You could basically, back then, you could just send in, by the look of things, whatever score you'd made up, and there was no internet or way of sending a thing into for anyone to check. I claim to be the champion of Tapper with a high score of 408,050. I cleared the punk bar with 5 lives left. If you're using the Spectrum, I managed to score 64,060 on the pistol shooting in Daley Thompson Super Test. Right, we've got the first game review, Tomahawk, Sinclair User Classic. You know that one? Anyone? Pipe up if you do. Starquake from Bubble Bus. Not overly familiar with the game myself. I have played it, but it's regarded as one of the best Spectrum games. Reviews for Gyroscope, Hacker, Back to School gets the Sinclair User Classic. Oh, I'm always forgetting to turn the bloody notifications off. Yeah, right, okay. Let's get rid of that. Shut up, will ya? Critical Mass from Durrell. I always said Durrell. I enjoyed that game. That's a really neat little game, that one. Wham! The Music Box. Did you own that utility? R.I.P. George. Sir Fred from Microgen. I believe that's actually a Spanish game, and I think I covered that in my 10 Great Spanish Spectrum games video, and I can't remember an awful lot about it, other than the fact that it was really, really difficult. How'd you turn those bloody things off? Shadow of the Unicorn from Microgen. Obviously the game that had the adapter to up the memory to 64K, which you actually needed to play the game. Don't have it. Never played it. Not familiar with it. Again, share your memories of that. Riddler's Den. Don't know that one. Adverts for Daily Super Test and for the Super Silver range of... Hang on. Got my phone plugged in and the charger has just dropped off the bed. previews of Wham! The Jukebox, which we just saw, screenplay, whatever that is, The Custard Kid, whatever that one is, Mirrorsoft adverts, advert for Steve Turner's Astro clone from Houston, Impossible Mission gets reviewed, 4 stars, Birthday Party No Squeaks, Excel from Activision. I think I've got that, if Mastertronic released it. I think I've got that. Grumpy Gumphrey, don't know that one. Big Ben Strikes Again, don't know that one. The Great Fire of London. I think I saw that reviewed on one of the recent episodes of the Spectrum show, when Paul did a retrospective on Rabbit Software. Lord of the Rings, don't know that one. World Series Basketball, World Cup Soccer, International Rugby. I never knew there was a rugby game on the Specky. Rugby games would be difficult to do, I think. Let's have a look at the top 30 from December 1985. Daily Thompson Super Tests, Where the Exploding Fist, Fairlight, Fighting Warrior. That's the subject of an upcoming video, hopefully. Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of classic games in there. A lot of classic games. Oh, Non-Terraqueous. I love that game. Really do enjoy that game. Adverts for various bits and pieces. Romantic Robot. Techie stuff that I never ever paid any attention to because I didn't understand it. I still don't. Advert for Swevo's World from Gargoyle. What's all that? That's all gibberish to me as well. Gibberish. Advert for the Saga keyboards that used to be popular. Advert for Bounty Bob Strikes Back. That's an interesting one. Rothman's Football Quick Quiz. Software for the Spectrum 48K. Anyone know of that one? Various other adverts. Advert for Laser Basic. I've got a clue what that is. I'm all in the. There's a feature on Delta 4, the adventure games, spoof adventure game programmers, the Boggit and Lord of the Rings, etc. Did you play any of those games? Did you like them? Advert for Back to School, classic game. Microfair advert. Did you ever attend any of the ZX Microfairs? Or were they called Microfairs or ZX Microfairs? I don't know. Beachhead 2, I have that. It's very disappointing. Clive's Early Days, a sort of biography of Clive Sinclair, in 2 parts, but I don't have the next issue. What's this one? The Secret of St. Brides. Don't know what that's about. Spectrum. I've got that RAM Turbo interface thing, but it doesn't fit on my Plus 2B. More sort of adverts and stuff. Business software. Oh my god, I'm not reading that. Whoa. Something to do with a QL. I've not got a clue about all that. Advert for Critical Mass. Awful lot of adverts and techie stuff in this edition of Sinclair User. Beyond adverts. Type in listings. God, you remember them? And how many did you ever successfully manage to type in? And importantly, how long did it bloody take you? It seemed to always take me forever to type stuff in. And then I've got sausage fingers and I don't know what I'm doing on the Specky keyboard and programming wise anyway. Gordo Great Belly. Review of Fairlight and Adrian Mole. Fairlight gets a classic, a great game that is. Lovely soundtrack on the 1 to 8. Elite. Friday the 13th. Remember that? God, that's an awful game. Never Ending Story. I don't think I've ever played that. I'm not sure. Say Doctor Who. adverts. William Wobbler. I think that's a Tony Crowther game. Advert for Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Andrew Hewson's Trouble with Knight Rider, the game. Good, that's crap and all. I've got a few of these that I'll go through from time to time, just to have a quick sort of reminisce. I used to love all these adverts from like independent shops and stores where they would advertise everything. Nowadays you've got the likes of Sinclair for sale on Facebook, etc., which you can use to pick up your specky stuff at very good rates as well. Right, that was it. That was just a very quick look through Sinclair user from December 1985. Just nice to blow a few cobwebs away. If you liked the video, please let me know. If you wish to subscribe, please do so. It's going to be great to see you. However, if you do subscribe, please make sure that you join in with the discussions and just make yourself known. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.